Oh my God, excuse me.
Yes.
Your look is fabulous.
Thank
I love the
you.
colors.
Thank you so
My name is
much.
Devon. She looks amazing, right? My name is Devon. I'm a local artist.
I'm the alien mermaid Barbie, aka Shauna.
Wow, can I paint your portrait?
Of course, I would
do
love
like
to.
oil
That
paintings.
would be
Right here?
awesome.
Yeah?
Okay, awesome.
Okay,
Thank
it'll
you.
be fast. Thank
Okay.
you. What's your name and what's one of your biggest dreams in life?
I am the alien mermaid Barbie. My government name is Shauna Steele, and I would say my biggest dream is just to be happy, thriving, doing what I love, which is expressing myself as boldly as I can.
So where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Tallahassee, Florida, which is a fairly conservative area. Definitely never have felt like I fit in anywhere in my life. And so moving to New York City in 2015, like I finally felt like, oh, I can be all of me. And it was still like a slow progression.
Yeah.
But like, this is the only place I've lived where I feel like I can comfortably and freely be just me however I want to be.
What inspires this look?
I started out when I moved to New York City as a fashion model, and I wasn't really getting anywhere doing that, and so I just started doing my own thing, and I had the nickname the Alien Mermaid Barbie for a while, but I wasn't doing the colored skin, and one day I did a shoot inspired by the artist Juno Birch, and she does a blue alien all the time, and so I did a look inspired by her, and I was walking on Fifth Avenue doing a photo shoot with a friend, and it went viral. Like there were people recording it everywhere and somebody sent it into the What is New York account. As a model, I felt stifled, feeling like I had to be whatever version of me that someone wanted, or maybe not even myself at all. And so self-expression, fashion, color, bold people just being authentically themselves is what inspires everything I do.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, bold people that like to express themselves are my favorite kind of people. They always got the best stories, always
Exactly.
make the best paintings.
I love colors, textures, finishes. Like color just makes me so happy.
So what are some of your hobbies?
My favorite hobbies, I would say, are dancing and cooking. Dancing was actually my first creative love, and it was my first way to express myself as like an angsty teen and like get all those emotions out. I'm vegan and I love cooking. For me, food is a way to show my love for people, and so I love like cooking a nice meal for someone and just to show that I care.
My friend Diane tells me the same thing, that that's her way of like expressing her love for people.
It kind of came out of necessity for me, like growing up in Tallahassee, like, and because I'm 40, and so like growing up in the early 2000s, like veganism wasn't really popular then, so I had to like make all of my meals myself.
One time I wanted to learn how to cook, so I went on YouTube and I learned
Yeah.
how to make a pasta, but then I quit after that because I thought it was too much work. Like,
Oh my goodness. And that's such an easy thing too.
I know, everyone tells me that when I say that, but I just can't. Like,
Yeah, that's fine. Everybody has their strengths.
yeah, but I'm gonna paint like some cooking pans in the background. What's your dream place in the world to visit?
I would say London. I want to visit a lot of places in the world that I haven't been, and a lot of my favorite fashion designers are from there. Alexander McQueen is my all-time favorite fashion designer. He wasn't afraid of doing things that were going to cause controversy. So I love that rebellious attitude that is in London.
We just came back from London. It was amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, we loved it. So I'm gonna do the Big Ben in the background.
Oh, awesome.
What's your dream job?
It's what I do. As I'm an artist, there's this notion in society that if you're going to be an artist, that you're going to be starving, you're going to be struggling. It can be discouraging at times when you feel like you're putting everything into what you do and you're not making the moves that you really want to make, but you just have to keep going with it, and eventually something is going to click.
Yeah, I always loved art my whole entire life. And people always think like, oh, you're gonna be the starving artist, but I didn't care. Like I grew up in the South Bronx. I was getting like abused by my mom. My dad left me, and I grew up in like the roughest neighborhood, but I always knew that art was gonna save my life.
Yeah.
And maybe it was delusional, but
I mean, you have to have some element of that to succeed in this
yeah,
world.
for sure. You gotta like really believe like the impossible is possible.
Exactly.
Who was one of the most influential people in your life?
My parents, because they instilled a belief in me that I could do whatever I wanted to do. But as I entered adulthood and started living my life more authentically, that support dwindled and I had to branch out on my own. And I would say now my best friend, Alonzo, he has always been there for me since I moved to New York. He's a native New Yorker and he's from Brooklyn. I can always rely on him, and I know that he's going to keep it real with me too, because if there's something that needs to be said that I may not want to hear but I need to hear, I know he's going to say that.
Yeah, all native New Yorkers, they keep it real.
For sure. And that's something I love about New York. As artificial as all of this is, like I like authentic, real people.
What's one of the most important lessons you learned in life?
I would say to tune out the naysayers. So many people come up to me and say, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I were that bold. And I'm not saying everybody needs to get dressed up as a purple alien, but so many people are afraid of something as small as like putting on a red lipstick because they're so concerned about what other people think. And we're not meant to live our lives to please other people. We're meant to live our lives to experience what brings us joy. And those who are meant to be in our lives are going to celebrate that and are going to love you exactly as you are.
It's so true. Like when I first started doing TikToks, all these like painters and artists would like make fun of me and say like, that's not the way.
Right.
TikTok kids aren't gonna be able to pay for your paintings. Like that's not the way to get to the fancy galleries in Chelsea. I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm gonna post what I want. And so many people are like afraid to put themselves out there.
Exactly.
And those same people that were like saying that are now like, oh, I want you to interview me. Like, can you like teach me how to make TikToks? And I'm just like, weren't they like a naysayer? But anyway, that's just how it goes. So you should just do whatever you want in this world. You know what I mean? What message do you think the world needs to hear right now?
It's okay for people to be different. Not everybody needs to be like you. I think we are in a climate right now in the world where there is this message of needing to conform and there's a lack of nuance, and it's okay to express different opinions and be able to hear each other. And I think it's so important for people to come together and also realize that people in positions of power want us divided. And if we know that there's strength in unity, there's strength in acceptance and community, just know that you have so much power than you think you do.
Human life is so vast, and that's why I like to do these interviews with people. I could sit down with people and they could listen to me have a conversation and they might change their mind about this prejudgment that they had, and they're like, oh wow, like everyone is so similar and we're just people.
Right, exactly.
And we all want the same things. All right, Shauna, thank you for sharing your life with me. This is my interpretation of your life.
Oh my goodness.
I did a big bend in London so that you could manifest going there.
Yes.
And then here's the pots for cooking. And I know you're an artist, so here's some paintbrushes.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You're so
you.
inspiring.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you have a great 2025.
Thank you.
Have a happy
You as
New
well.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Take care. Keep smiling. Keep smiling.